A new documentary says the United States has been secretly working to capture UFOs and aliens for nearly 80 years.
The American people are ready to receive the truth.
Humanity is not the only intelligence in the universe.
Humanity is not the only intelligent species.
We are absolutely not alone.
Non-human intelligence exists.
UAPs are real, they're here, and they're not human.
That clip is from the upcoming documentary, The Age of Disclosure. It delves into the reported efforts from the U.S. government to collect any information on aliens and their visits to our world. And joining me now to talk a little bit about it, Chief Transportation Correspondent and pilot herself, May-Kay Beeler. May-Kay, can we handle the truth first? And we're not talking about the cliche of the green little men, but it's rather something known as what he was talking about, the UAPs. Describe that.
Yeah, so UAPs, of course, are the new UFOs. It's the government's new definition. Alien or aerial phenomenon. So are we ready for the truth? When you look at the condition of the world today, I don't know. It's hard for us to handle what's going on in politics.
Might be another good distraction for everything,
might be a great,
too, right?
There is
to rally everyone.
Yeah, and Brian, there's an appetite for answers. 1.6 million people watched that trailer, and the documentary will be available soon, and a lot of information in there that we'll be watching.
So this new documentary, which talks to the various high-ranking officials, including you have the former director of national intelligence, James Clapper, who was under President Obama, and he says the government has taken a lot of out-of-date approach here to disclosing the information about the UAPs.
Well, there are claims from 34 senior U.S. officials who say, they swear, they claim that the government has covered up non-human intelligence, aliens, for 80 years. And the folks that are coming forward now immediately will be discredited. They can have the most stellar background, highly intelligent security clearances, and they're immediately discredited. And death threats. Well, if it's not true, why bother to discredit them?
It's a whole age of misinformation, but it seems like it's a softening of letting out this information as well. But former U.S. Air Force Airman Jacob Barber, he testified last year before the lawmakers have recently talked with News Nation about his work on some of these government operations, specifically something he calls the range. Take a listen.
A lot of the work we did was on what I call the range, where the U.S. government and its private partners use to test all kinds of things, weapon systems and resilience to weapon systems of certain craft. And so you see a lot of exciting things.
I mean, we have people like Barber and other officials who say the stigma around aliens and UFOs, that could be a national security threat because Americans, they're not prepared for these developments, and that could change the course of humanity right now.
Right, and he has seen things that hard for us to understand. Actually transporting UAPs or UFOs, what did he see? And military pilots know a lot about this that we don't know. I invite you to open your mind and just see what you think about this. It's kind of mind-blowing, I'll say that.
Yeah, and you hear a lot of pilots that are talking about it, commercial pilots. You're a pilot. Have you ever seen anything while you've been flying?
I hate to disappoint you. People ask me that all the time. I've been flying for 40 years, thousands of hours. I haven't seen anything. However, I know pilots who have. And I'll tell you quickly, many, many years ago, a TWA pilot told me, commercial airline pilot, that he saw a huge ship. And he asked ATC, what is that? What is that? They didn't have it on radar. And then underneath the ship he thought it was a mothership. There were about 20 UFOs that came out from that. This is not a man who would make up stories. I never forgot that. He's not with us anymore. He's passed on, but
You just gave me some little bit of chills thinking about that. And that's something
these
you
people have
see in
no
the
reason
movies
to make up the stories. Astronauts have reported stuff. If you research it, it'll open your mind and you make up your mind what's going on. It's mind-blowing.
Makes for a great talker, too.
It does.
Well, all right, May-Kay Beeler, thanks.